Hello everyone, welcome back to Rainy Day Let's Play's Nuzlocke Challenge of Pokemon Blaze Black 2. Happy to have you back. We just beat Berg, and we lost dear old Flash, but we still have a strong party of 5 Pokemon, and we can now go on a new route to catch our 6th. And so that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Barring anything weird happening, we'll just head right on through to city number 4. Oh, and cue weird things happening. Oh, it's you again. If it's not an inconvenience, may I have a look at your Pokemon? No, please do not look at my Pokemon. But this is for science. Oh, how interesting. No, stop looking at my Pokemon. Oh my god. Invasion of privacy much? You're a trainer with merely 3 badges. Mr. High and Mighty over here. Fantastic! Not sure how you're doing it, but you're bringing out the power of your Pokemon! Oh, excuse me, I'm a scientist. My name is Colress. That does not make up for the fact that you are way in my bubble. The theme of my research is bringing out the power of Pokemon. Bringing out the power. You've said that 3 times now. I definitely heard you. Okay, so we're trying to figure out if it's like. No, I'm not. I don't want to battle you. I just got out of this big battle, and I'm still kind of reeling from it. I don't want to battle. This is one of the weird, quirky characters of Pokemon Black 2. So he's going to be out on Route 4 waiting for me, which is ominous. Once again, one of those RPG quirks is if they say, hey, I want to battle you, and they give you an option to say no, you should probably say no. Because they're going to kick your ass. Basically, that's just the short and short. Okay, Pokemon Breeder Irene. So fighting anyone who's not like a huge scripted bad guy like Colress or a gym leader are going to be much easier than anything else. So we can actually give Trubbish a run, which will be fun. We'll use Acid Spray to start out, which is an awesome move in singles, also an awesome move in doubles, in that whatever it hits, it sharply lowers their special defense, so you can use anything else after that to try to do damage, and it'll do double the damage if it's a special attack. So like Sludge, for instance, just did twice as much damage as it would have because I put down that Acid Spray first. The cool thing is in a double battle, it hits both Pokemon, and so that is crazy news because most double battles are much more reliant on if you lose one Pokemon in a double battle, that's the end. If you lose one Pokemon in a singles battle, you could always turn around and have better things happen later, but double battles are much more about teamwork, and so having Pokemon that are basically crippled off the bat by one single attack is really cool. Okay, Happany's using Copycat, which will copy its own Sweet Kiss. I'm already confused though, so I can basically just hang out until I wake up, because Happany's just gonna kind of wait for me. I'm not even sure if it will have any attacks, but I can always hurt myself. Roger is known for being a villain, and villainy can... Okay, so we've got 1 special defense down. Since it's a Happany, who has very high special defense... Okay, this might be a dangerous place if there's anything that uses special attacks. I may not have taken damage, but having that happen is not a good thing. Oh! Why are you hitting yourself? Luckily our heal moves will keep helping. That's cool. I'll let him keep using that. Our special defense can only be sharply lowered 3 times, so... Oh, Roger, you are just not doing anything to help us this battle, are you? Just taking your time with it. Alright, well, we need to get out of here, because this is just not helping at all. Let's just go in with something that'll do some serious damage. This is taking too long for a level 20 Happiny. Alright, another acid spray. I'm not... yeah, it's gonna do 1 damage. I am resistant to that as well as everything else, so let's just use strength and walk on out of here, because Happiny should have no defense. So cute, so dead. Cool! Alright, Roger wants to learn Takedown. That'll be... we can actually get rid of Acid Spray and use Takedown. It'll be a little more offensive, and Acid Spray just kind of takes too long. Whenever you're in a place that you can use Acid Spray in a singles battle, you could probably just use 2 sludges. It's not gonna save you that much in the long run. Okay, so before we take on Colress, when you see sand, do you notice some areas are lighter and some of the sand looks darker? We're gonna head out to here where there's a secret place, kinda secret, with dark sand, and hopefully we can catch our first Pokemon on Route 4. Well, the only Pokemon we'll catch on Route 4, but you know what I mean. Oh, cool, there's like fishers down here doing fishing stuff. Alright, a Prism Scale. Can help Pokemon like Clamperl evolve, I believe, if I'm remembering right. And other kind of collectible stuff. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay! A Darumaka. That's something we can play with. Darumaka being a fire-type Pokemon. This would actually be a great thing to replace... Oh! Okay, so I poisoned it. That could be a bad thing in the long run. Cool, that didn't do any damage. And he'll keep doing that, and I'll just start throwing Pokeballs now. But Darumaka is a fire type, which would be a great replacement for the electric type we just lost. Type-wise, maybe not necessarily emotionally wise. Always be a place in our hearts for Flash. Alright, super easy, 1 attack, didn't even have to do any jumping or jiving. Darumaka is added to our Pokédex. When it sleeps, it pulls its limbs into its body and its internal fire goes down to... Alright, it goes just down to a simple 1000 Fahrenheit. Alright, time to give a nickname to Darumaka. Alright, I'm going to give Darumaka kind of a fun and fancy free name. So how about... we're going to name her Fitz. With a Z. Like that band, Fitz and the Tantrums. Cool! So now we have a Darumaka, which it's only level 18, which means we are going to need to get its butt trained if we want to do anything with it. And it's holding a Rostberry. We could use that. Help any burn heals. We've already got a fire attack. We're going to be... Alright, so we boost our special attack, which could be helpful, could not be. We've got amazing physical attack. So it's not going to help us much to have a boost in special attack with the nature. That's okay. It happens. Whoa, didn't expect to get into a battle. But hey! We can always see what we could have gotten behind door number 2. We missed out a Scraggy. Oh no. That would have been cool to have a fighting type, but we definitely have the coverage right now for that. Okay, honey, you're just gonna have to go away, Scraggy. Sorry, buddy, you're not ours today. Alright, Raven levels up on a wild Pokemon. That's always awesome. And Raven wants to learn Taunt. Sure, we can do that. Really don't have much use for Detect since we never know what's going to happen. Could have more use for Taunt, though, especially if a gym leader wants to, like, spam a whole bunch of stat-up moves like that first gym leader did. Taunt is an attack that makes it so the other Pokemon has to only use physically attacking moves. Can't use any status moves or sleep moves or anything goofy like that. So, we're going to heal up our Pokemon, do a little bit of training, and then we'll be right back to fight Colress. Alright, and we're back from our training session with our Darumaka, Fitz, and she is now level 27, so a very respectable average level for our team. Got a few Pokemon who are lower than that, a few Pokemon that are higher than that, but 27 will be right in the middle, and should be able to have a good time with this next fight. Oh, he got right out of the way from me. That was very polite of him. I've been waiting for you. What's the matter? Interested in what's behind me? These are not mere rocks, but the Pokemon known as Crustal. Observe. Of course they're not mere rocks. Why would they ever be mere rocks? This is a Pokemon game. They can't just be rocks. They are, yes. Question mark face? So, you told them to leave. Yeah, it's... Alright. Were they just lying here out of energy with their boulders on their backs? What a vague and completely unscientific question. You should write a book about it. Team Plasma said we should recognize the potential in Pokemon and liberate them from humans. That was the plot from Pokemon Black and White. I disagree. Conversely, it should be humans who bring out the hidden potential in Pokemon. Alright, so you're just coming back to what we've always done with Pokemon. Now that I think of it, I never asked your name. Solon. I'll remember that name. Well then, I will test you to see if you're a trainer who can bring out the hidden potential of Pokemon. God, just write a book and do the television book circuit already. What a weird dude. Pokemon trainer Colress. Kind of like a total creep. Okay, so looking at him, we can... Seems like we'll have a electric and or steel battle on our hands. Magnemite being both electric and steel means that he's super weak to ground, which is why it's holding a air balloon, which allows it, until it gets hit once, to be protected and invulnerable from all ground moves. So that's kind of cool. Definitely a thought-through Pokemon match, as this is something that has been designed to be hella hard. Speaking of which, Magnemite apparently has Signal Beam. Well, that sucks. We can definitely survive one more of those. I don't want to, but we can. So now we're in Danger Zone, but we disarmed Magnemite, which I'm absolutely okay with. If we can do this with every Pokemon that he has, that would be awesome. Okay, so he's going to have a Rotom, which is an electric-type Pokemon, and something else that I do not know. So we're just going to, because I absolutely hate Rotoms, we're just gonna go in with our strongest Pokemon and see what happens. Alright, so it's an electric flying type. That's what the fan means. The fan form means that it's flying, so we can just use a rock type attack, hopefully not take too much damage, and disarm Rotom immediately. Okay, so we took a hellish amount of damage, but screw you, Rotom. You can just sit down. Okay, Matang. So that's a steel type, which means we can give Fitz a run out there. This should be a pretty a match weighted in our favor, being that Matang is a steel and psychic type, and we are a fire type, and fire is good against steel. Bullet Punch, perfect. Priority move, but a steel type attack, so it's not going to do any damage at all. However, our punch, awesome. We are in the money. Cool, and we got Colress uses Hyper Potion right away. So we'll get a free Fire Punch. Training the Darumaka was an interesting feat, as its ability makes its physical attack much higher, but also makes it very prone to missing. So basically anything that we do, such as that, is a little bit dangerous. So I'm going to use some fresh water, which kind of seems ironic on a fire type. But hopefully it won't use Psyshock again. It did. And I don't think we actually get a fast attack on it. So I'm going to switch out to something that can hopefully resist that. and get a really fast attack off on Matang. Alright, Bulldoze! Perfect timing! So that means that we can, well, both of these attacks really aren't going to do much damage, but hopefully it'll do exactly as much as we need it to do. Perfect, 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 perfect. So we are sitting pretty right now. Okay, so we got a Clink coming up, another Steel-type Pokemon. All of our Pokemon are kinda not doing super great right now. We can't use Roger because that's a poison type. But let's put Fitz back in. We can heal him up, and hopefully hopefully Colress will use a Steel type attack because we resist that. We use another Freshwater. Luckily, we've got level and type on Clink, as Clink is purely a Steel type. Nothing extra, no strings attached. And it did paralyze us, which is pretty bad since now we're prone to missing and we're prone to paralysis. Wild Charge, Electric Attack. That'll do some damage. And let's... come on. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. That was exactly what we needed. We just kind of Luke Skywalkered in there and raised ourselves to level 28. Okay, so now we've got Porygon 2, which is not as scary since it's a normal type Pokemon, but it could have ice, it could have electric attacks, it could really have anything, so I'm really worried about it. Oh, we can hit it with Roger. I just am trepidatious to use anything on it. I mean, it could even have psychic type attacks. Basically, this is a dangerous position to be in. Also, it traced our stench, so it could also make us flinch on top of everything else. So we'll see if we can get some, like, poison damage on it or something. Nope, nope, nope. Welp, it's using psychic type attacks. I should have known, and this has been a terrible move. Oh, Roger. Honey, you did not deserve that at all. So let's, since we know it has psychic type attack, we'll go in with Raven and try to... I don't know if any of our attacks are going to do damage if Sludge didn't do anything to it. Wow, that was a critical hit. Okay, so that's definitely not going to work. So we're going to have to get out of here. Hopefully it'll use Tri-Attack again, which is a normal type attack, and we will defend against it with Scotine. Nope, it's using Charge Beam. Of course it is. So that put us way down, but we're not too bad off. I just picked up some Hyper Potions just in case something crazy happened like this. And so, now that we kind of have a feel of what attacks it can use, I feel pretty confident that Scotine can handle this. It's now just a matter of basically not getting unlucky. So we use Strength. Psyshock hopefully shouldn't do that much. Our defenses are good in this case. And our attack isn't going to be great enough to really do much to Porygon 2. However, we'll be able to keep using this, so we should... Perfect, perfect. And we get a level out of it, that's cool. And that's it! Holy crap, that was a tough battle. We definitely earned our way through Colress at the cost of Roger, but come on, let's be real. Roger was a total villain. He was a cad. I see, just like the gym leaders in each area or the Elite Four and champion in the Pokemon League, you bring out the power in Pokemon by being kind to them. Hells yeah to the power of friendship. That's the kind of person you are. I'm extremely grateful for your help. Here's a token of my gratitude. Alright, well, we get a Psychic type attack. Hopefully we can, well, sadly replace Roger with something. If only we could talk to a Pokemon in order to bring out their power. But there's no way a person like that could ever exist. Is that some kind of horrible foreshadowing? Some Dr. Dolittle side plot? Well then, Solon, I hope to see you again sometime. You want to talk to Pokemon so you can oppress them more with your language? What a cool route. It's got all this, like, urban development up the sides. I probably can go into these houses, but I'm not too keen to exploring them. Nope, no, don't look at me, policeman. Trainer tips. Oh, I didn't really want to read trainer tips, but Pokemon have PP, which limits their ability to attack. Oh my gosh, there's a freeway here now? They have really developed the Unova region. Ooh! What a fancy building. Let's just walk into it. Oh god! What have I walked into? What should I do? I can't possibly manage everything. Hello there! Oh, this is one of those harem things, isn't it? Welcome to Joint Avenue. We don't have anything yet, as you see, so it's just an avenue at this point. Oh, where are my manners? I am the owner of Joint Avenue. My dream is to go around the world building avenues that bustle with lots of people. The problem is I have no one to trust to manage the avenue. Something just struck me. You seem to be a trainer traveling around. You meet people all over the region. Wait, what? You want just some random person that walked in here to manage your avenue? Uh-oh. The words you are about to enter may be sent to other players. Oh no! What are they doing? Everyone in the world can hear this. I don't know why they're setting it up like this, but woo! I'm embarrassed by that phrase. That's a great line. What do you say when something truly moves your heart? You want to choose something universal, a phrase that anyone will understand, you know? Warning! Please consider the words carefully before you register them. What do you say when impressed? I say, ah! No pew! Femsign. I knew it! You are the one! Who else could be so well suited to managing the avenue? What about everyone else that's around you? It's almost time for your next appointment. Oh, I almost forgot. My assistants! You heard me, I must leave now. So please support our newest manager. Yes, sir, please take care of yourself. Oh my gosh. That person's a total douche. Pleased to meet you. How should we address you? Call me Ace. Now that you are the one to manage the development of the avenue, please turn it into a wonderful attraction where many people visit. Can I just keep going through here? Oh my goodness. This place is gorgeous. Look at the sign, it's huge! So apparently I can advertise my avenue? Alright, we're in Nimbasa! New city! I don't know what's going on to the left there, but I don't know if I really want to find out until I find the Pokemon Center. Okay, so we just went in a big circle, but here's the Pokemon Center. Perfect. Looks like we're going to have a little bit more story mode after this, and then we'll get to exploring and fighting trainers on Route 4, and probably some other stuff too. I don't think we're that ready to fight the next gym leader yet if we could barely fight Colress. Colress the Walrus. Oh, and we have to by the rules of our engagement. God, this is a crowded Pokemon Center. By rules of engagement, a Pokemon was knocked out during the last fight, and so I must immediately deposit them into my box of shame. Sorry, Trubbish. You were really great with your black sludge, too. Too bad you never really got any use out of it.